Welcome to Lake Arts and Entertainment Showcase, covering the arts throughout all of Lake County. Magnificent arts, music, drama, the theater, and all of the visual arts.
Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Lori Farfaglia, host of the Arts and Entertainment Showcase here on Lakefront TV. Today I'm in studio, and joining me is local musician and international recording artist, Steve Reel. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
So tell me, what is going on in the artist world with music around Lake County?
There's so much. Unfortunately, I don't see a lot of it that's going on anymore because I get busy with my own thing. There's a lot of good things. In my world, there's a number of different things I'm working on. I'll do some original and world and Celtic and things like that, and I'll do some of that today for you. And I also play in a band called Uncle Bob's Rock Shop that plays mostly here in the villages and around Lake County, you know. That's just a great rock and roll band. And I'm working on some other projects, and every once in every 7 or 10 years I get a bug and decide to go ahead and record another album. So it's been that long again. I guess we'll roll with that.
So how about playing a song for us?
Well, that'd be great.
Tell me what you're going to play.
First tune I'll do, this is a song off my first album. This is called Beltane. It's kind of an African beat, a little bit of Latin guitar, some African beat, and a little bit of rock and roll sort of all mixed up.
Okay, let's hear it.
Great.
Loved that piece. Did you write that?
Yeah, that's a song I wrote, oh gosh, I believe that was around 97 or something like that. And a first album that I came out with, which was called Wheel of the Year, which was about the seasons and all. And that was, I was inspired by a lot of different world music, so I was listening to all kinds of different things, and some of it becomes Latin, some of it's Indian, some of it's almost African beats and things like that, and just try to kind of mixed it all together and shook it up, and that's what came out. The original version of it didn't have quite as many bad notes in it as what I just did then, but it's pretty close proximity. So.
I think that was pretty good.
It's been a while since I've played that, but it was still fun. So.
When you're writing and you hear your music, what do you hear first? Do you hear the guitar piece? What comes to you first when you're putting it all together?
Depends on what kind of music I'm writing, and it depends on the song. There's no set. The way sometimes I actually hear the entire song and then I spend time trying to figure it out. And sometimes I just start with a mechanical idea and write around that. This piece was probably put together from 3 or 4 other ideas that I had, and just segueing those things together, and they were probably written at different times. Again, it was 15 years ago, so I don't really remember. But I don't have any set way of doing it. Like I say, sometimes I'm lucky and I can hear the entire piece and I just sit down and learn it from my head. I'm hearing the parts in my head, and sometimes I don't have anything and I'm forcing myself to figure out parts that will work around this, which is not as inspirational or quite as fun, but it's, you have to just work around that. So.
Have you been playing music all your life?
Yeah, I have. I do a lot of other things too. I guess I'm easily bored, but I run sound. I've done recording studios. I've done a lot of other things, but I've been playing music since I was about 20. Before that, I really didn't. I started when I was a late teenager, picked up the guitar and thought, "Now this is cool," and was really, really bad for a really long time. But you just keep playing, and I have tapes to prove that too. But you just keep playing, and I've been on stage for a long time, and it's one of the things that I really, really enjoy in life.
Well, let's hear another one of your songs.
Cool. This one is going to be another original, and this one is a lot more of a straight-up Latin guitar sounding piece called Fiesta del Sol.
Okay. was a fantastic piece as well. Tell me about that song.
That was called Fiesta del Sol. Really, that has very little story behind it. I just like the melody. And sit down and came up with that melody one day around those chord changes, and that there really wasn't very much of that. I just like that style of music sometimes. It's just a pretty song.
Do you have one style of music that you tend to gravitate towards more than another?
Boy, I go all over the map. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, classical music, I listen to jazz, and I listen to, my favorite thing that I probably for listening, which I believe I'm now starting to head into for writing too, is, I'm going to date myself here, but it's old school progressive rock music that came out like in the 70s. There was bands like Genesis and Yes, and that incorporated a lot of different styles into rock music instead of just three-chord blues changes. So I kind of like that stuff a lot. I'm kind of going back into that. For a while I was off on world music and listening to other cultures, and how they play their instruments and approach music is entirely different to what we do. And I got influenced by that. I never reached that level, but I took little bits and pieces that I borrowed creatively from around the world and stuck them together.
So where can people hear you locally?
Locally, I play in a band called Uncle Bob's Rock Shop. Different style of music from this. It's straight up 70s classic rock and roll. Very good band. You can see us quite often playing around Lake County, typically in the villages. We're there 5-6 times a month. You can go to our website and look at the calendar and see where we're playing. I can't even remember, but we're always out on the squares or in Katie Bell's over there at the villages.
What's your website people can go to? Okay,
I'm going to give you two different ones, and if you like the Celtic and the world music that I'm doing, that is my website, which is www.reelsmusic, R-E-E-L-S, reelsmusic.com, or you can go to, for the rock and roll band, that is UncleBob'sRockShop.com.
So would you play some more for me today?
Oh, absolutely.
What are you going to play next?
Well, let's see. We'll start out with, I'll go into the Celtic world for a minute, and we'll play an old song. It's an old Irish tune that I'm going to kind of rock up a little bit. This one's called Napoleon Crossing the Rhine, and you have to say that correctly, I believe, is Napoleon Crossing the Rhine. But I guess from what the story is that the British had invaded Ireland, and their treatment of the Irish was so bad that they actually thought Napoleon would be an improvement. And so they wrote this song to actually encourage Napoleon to cross the Rhine and come over there and save them. But anyway, it's a catchy little tune, and then I'm going to end up with a Peter Gabriel song called Salisbury Hill. It's a great little number.
stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe. He came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. Had to listen, had no choice. Could not believe the information. Just had to trust imagination. My heart's going boom, boom, boom. Hey, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. To keep in silence I resigned. My friends would think I was a nut. Well, turning water into wine and open doors would soon be shut. Well, so I lived from day to day, and all my life was in a rut, until I thought of what I'd say and which connection I should cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. I walked right out of the machine. My heart's going boom, boom, boom. Hey, he said, grab your things and come and take me home. Yeah, back home. When illusions spin her net, I'm never where I wanna be. In liberty she pirouette, until I think that I am free. Well, stop by empty silhouettes who close their eyes but still can't see. But no one taught them etiquette, and I will show another me. Today I don't need a replacement. Tell them what the smile on my face meant. My heart's going boom, boom, boom. Hey, I said, you can keep my things and come and take me home. Yeah, back home. I'm going home.
Thank you so much for joining me in studio today. Your music was fantastic.
Oh, thank you for asking me.
We really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed being here. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on Lakefront TV, the Arts and Entertainment Showcase.